just finished and wrapped up the event at Shopify. Next up, we just met someone at the event. We're going to see later. We're going to visit a factory in Manhattan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Hayden. I'm a fashion designer here in New York City. I am giving a tour to show everybody what manufacturing in New York City looks like. This is kind of emblematic of when you know you're on Fashion Avenue in the garment district. And there's a monument over here that shows a tired Jewish sewer. I think a fun fact to know is this is 550 Fashion Avenue. This is actually where I first interned when I moved to New York City for a brand on one of the floors here. So there's a lot of brands on these floors where their office is designed. Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan, Jill Stewart. Where I'm taking you is really inside what it looks like to make things here. COVID especially has gutted a lot of the back rooms where the sample making and pattern making and cutting would take place inside of a brand. All of that has been moved out, and so what you're going to see is very emblematic of what the fashion district, garment district looks like in New York. But that being said, as gritty as it is, I would say the garment district here is really the only place in the US where an idea and its execution are within walking distance. Let's take a look. Here we are at my factory. We're on the 12th floor here. This is how I have to get in. It's Jonathan. It's Mr. Chen. Hello. Hi, I'm not alone. They've got production for another brand on the racks. If you make it past here, you'll see this is my design studio. I'll turn on all these lights so you can kind of see what was before and then what's here now. And this is where everything gets developed.
How it is from design to production in New York.
We show one collection, an inaugural collection a year. It's really part of a larger story of, teaching the customer what their rate of consumption should be, digesting an entire collection. So we design one with the idea of deliveries over the year. But we spend a lot of time developing fabric specifically. So I spend time with the manufacturers here or overseas developing. There might be prints, cotton blend with a laser cut that we later embroider. We're thinking about how can we make original textiles that differentiate us in the market. Design, I will drape or pattern make here. Sometimes I have a second or third pattern maker working parallel to me. The beauty of being on the same floor as the factory is I can, when he's ready, walk him through the entire design. In the back end, I try very hard to connect them to the beauty of what we make. For the customer, there's a real value in them knowing the designer who makes this is on the same floor, in the trenches, sleeves rolled up, working just as hard as them, and that what you are buying into is more than just something you want. It embodies values.
New York is not a manufacturing city, but you can create an entire collection from start to finish here.
Absolutely. It is really nice to see someone like even Tom Brown. You'll be on the street and you see one of the Tom Brown gray suits going around buying and purchasing supplies that they need for the collection.
We know manufacturing hubs like Portugal and so on.
Yep.
And now seeing you're showing us this garment district, people on there, they have no clue that this is even a thing.
I think what makes this so specifically unique to other manufacturing hubs around the world is that it's not just where clothes are made. We are attached to Broadway, costumes, Lincoln Center, ballet, opera. It is all part of a bigger thing of the kind of culture that America and New York City exports. The masses really understand what goes into making clothes.
But it's fucking crazy.
Just imagine connecting these very small businesses to a very powerful digital platform, right? It makes them suddenly become so much more efficient. Otherwise, it's like these large-scale factories that are, how can we make these very small but important businesses, these niche businesses, have more access also to advertise and promote their services to emerging designers that understand the value of these services.
It's really about speed. And for us to remain competitive in this market, we have to find all the margins of where more speed will not displace human work.
Few designers understand the manufacturing aspects of creating a product.
They don't even really teach it in school.
It creates so much friction
they really train them in schools to be artists, and they really don't understand that there's a whole technical product development side that matters maybe even more, because you're only as good as your manufacturers.
Designing clothes is just not the same thing as making clothes.
Yeah, and making it over 100 units or 1,000 units is completely different. You can take the time to do all this intricate handwork on a single sample, but that will cost so much more to do over 100 units. So how do you make that more efficient?